You talk about decision making both at the individual and partnership level. How do these two interact and what happens when they clash?
It depends how you define clash. Yeah, indeed, group dynamic is very interesting and it shapes by individual styles of the personas in your partnership. And it's not always clear what is better, to have a room full of clashing styles or to have a room where partners agree too a little bit quickly. Not all clashes are bad. Definitely not all clashes are bad. In fact, right kind of clash is where good decisions, better decisions come from. You getting more different options, more pressure on logic. So that's higher quality of decisions you make. But there is a trick. If we are in a well-established partnership, you more or less know the dynamic. You're already aware of it. And you fairly predict how things will unfold. However, let's imagine we are dealing with a law firm merger. You are dealing with a new mix of styles, not yet familiar, not yet tested. And in that setting, you are deciding on a high stake decisions. So it's a juicy one. And what sometimes is missing here is a clear distinction between a real clash and the noise. What looks like disagreement sometimes could be just speaking in different languages, not the clash about the substance. One partner needs data, another partner's trust their intuition. The third one is testing room before taking a position. They're not really disagreeing. They just speak in different languages. And if you don't see it, you are at risk either to escalate a conflict or to shut down discussion too early. Both situations hurt decision quality. Finally, it really comes down to balance. Too much agreement, you miss options. Too much debate, and the room gets exhausted. And by the way, I could talk about decision-making fatigue for another couple of hours. So, what we get when discussion feels too easy? And definitely it means one perspective is dominating. But sometimes it's a sign that partners debating minor issues, not that truly matters for partnership. So avoiding hard discussions to make hard to decide on what's really matter for the partnership in that particular moment. So the goal is not to avoid clash. The goal is to make sure your clash is about substance, so it's productive one, and not about language and style. And here is minor but important comment. At that stage, it's important to ask not did we agree, but what happens after. Agreements is easy to produce in a room. Consensus will show up later or not. And if partners leave the room with a real understanding, same understanding, common ground, and actually move it forward, implement it, that's when different styles of decision making make the decision even stronger, in my opinion.